Hey, Coach Haas, Scott Lidskin here, reaching out to you from Indiana, wishing you a happy retirement. You greatly deserve it. So many years of service to Glenbrook South High School, so many athletes and students that you have influenced in a positive way, me included. I remember, I'm like the original, Coach Haas group, back in, 1991. I remember going on early morning runs. I think we were trying to dodge you and run away from you so you wouldn't hear our conversations, and we were overall trying to avoid you, but that was kind of dumb because you're an awesome coach, an awesome guy, deserve everything you're going to get. So really, deep down, thank you for everything that you've done for me, but mostly for Glenbrook South and for our running community. Congratulations.
Coach Haas, Craig Thompkins here, class of 1993. Congratulations on your upcoming retirement. That is fantastic news. I remember your very first day of work at Glenbrook South. Coach Pasquini and Coach Kerr, they introduced you in cross country. And I remember everybody on the team seemed to like you immediately. You had quite a presence, a quiet confidence, a great sense of humor that meshed well with the entire team. And I know that's probably carried you through a wonderful career. I'd like to congratulate you. You've helped so many student athletes at Glenbrook South through all these years, and I know we're all better people for it. So congratulations, and best wishes on the years ahead. Congrats, Coach Haas.
Hey Haas, Dave Kirby here. Congrats on 33 amazing years. I want to thank you for all you've done for the GBS community. We've been lucky to have such a calm, steadying presence leading track and field and cross country for over 3 decades. Thinking back to 1991, you did not walk into an easy situation when you joined. We had one of the best cross country teams in the state, one of the best teams, if not the best, in your tenure. Expectations were high, pressure was present at all times, and it was a challenging situation for some 15 to 18-year-old boys. A little bit tense. And while we didn't have a say in the matter, you quickly won us over with a laid-back attitude, a watch and listen approach, and a speak when necessary style. It's something I've tried to implement throughout my life since then, either as captain of the track team just a few years later at GBS, captain of cross country and track in college, and in over 25 years in the working world, leading teams of all sizes. Frankly, I even apply this at home with my 9 and 11-year-old daughters on a daily basis. It also didn't hurt that Dave Pasquini told us you were the right guy for the job. Honestly, that was all I needed to hear. And 33 years later, he could not have been more spot on. Living in New York and Connecticut for 30 years now, I have not made it to too many Titan Invitationals since the early 90s, but whenever I have stopped by on occasion at Finkston and Landwehr, I get a warm smile, a firm handshake from Haas, and I'm both transported back to the early 90s, and I also know you've been educating and leading young men and women in the right direction for over 3 decades. Thank you for that. I'm still a little concerned you think you're old enough to retire, but time appears to do that to all of us, I guess. And it means you can have many long years in your next act, whatever you choose to do. And when I see that the field house is named after Dave Pasquini, the track is named after John Davis, it's a reminder to all of us, make hay while the sun is shining. Run those miles while your legs can still carry you, because there are no guarantees in this life. So go enjoy every day. Thanks again, Haas, from every generation of GBS runners for carrying the torch for so well for so long. Lots of love, and I'll see you soon.
Hey, Haas, how's it going? I want to wish you a happy retirement, my friend. Your lovely daughter, Jenna, got in touch with us and wanted to say a couple nice words on your behalf, which is totally not a hard thing to do. Since you were the best track coach I've ever had in my life. You are the absolute man. I remember us coming to Glenbrook South together. You straight out of North Central, me straight out of Springman. As great as Pasquini and Spud were, you were coming in with real credentials. And more than that, you were coming in with a real mustache. And so we all took you seriously, your advice. Track and field at Glenbrook South, I can say, Haas, thanks to you, was probably the best thing I had going in high school, and I appreciate it. Once again, I wish you a very happy retirement, my friend. I reflect back to those state days all the time with Novotny, Zimba, and of course Chris Zimney. Good days, my friend. You are a great coach. Anyone who ran across you or had the chance to work with you are truly blessed. Glenbrook South is losing a good one. I can't wait to see you on the course. I will take no mercy on you. Happy retirement, my friend.
Haas, when they asked me to think of a favorite memory, it's interesting because I feel like you were so good at your job and what you did that there wasn't one thing that stuck out. You were just always knew the right thing to say after every race, whether I did bad or whether I did really good. And you had to lift me up and keep me going. And you were so perfect with your words and with your encouragement and your charisma. And I couldn't be more thankful to have a coach like you all these years. You've taught me everything I know and how I lead my life. And I know that trickles down from North Central, from Al, but that really was you. That was so much more of you now that I had the pleasure of running under both you and Al. I saw how unique you are with your approach and just the way you carried yourself. You're a magnificent man. I am so happy for you for your retirement. I know that you're going to enjoy your life and enjoy the time with your kids and your grandkids. And I hope we get to go on a run again one day soon, or maybe even a bike. All right. Love you, buddy. Have a good retirement.
Hey, Coach Haas. Just want to say thank you. Thank you for teaching me that wearing basketball shoes on my first cross-country race isn't a good idea. So thanks for that. I remember meeting you for the first time. I remember walking into your office. I remember shaking your hand, looking in the eyes. I don't remember what was said, but I do remember what I felt. I felt accepted and welcome. My 4 years at Glenbrook South being coached by you were the most influential moments of my life. It's amazing that something as earthly as running, that you can teach life lessons, to train with passion and purpose, to talk about the program and those that came before us as if they were family. That family matters. That history and lineage matters. The details matter. How we treat others matters. I can go on and on. And thank you for so many things. But you are more than a coach to me. You are a father figure. So thank you for pouring into me. Remember to put in the same passion and purpose into your free time as you put into coaching. I'm so proud to call you my coach. Congratulations on your retirement, and I love you.
Coach Haas is a leader of men. He loves his guys. He can easily hire a bus driver to bus his kids down state each year. He never does. He always drives himself. The kids in the back of that little white bus, a bunch of high school kids screaming, throwing stuff. He loved it. He loved it every year. He loves track, loves the sport, loves all the events. He knows more about all of them than most people, having been a decathlete. His love for the sport, it passes through to us, all of us. It definitely did for me. I fell in love with the sport, and I attribute a lot of that to Coach. Had I had a different coach, maybe wouldn't have done 4 more years in college. Maybe would have gone to Illinois instead of Indiana. Wouldn't have moved to Indianapolis after college. Never would have met my wife. Wouldn't have my 2 kids. Coach, thanks. I really love my kids. Big fan. Big fan of my wife, too. Maybe it's all because of you. Congrats on a legendary career. Thanks for everything. I hope retirement is filled with a lot of rounds of golf, leisure time, vacations, grandkids, whatever you want to do, really. And if you ever want to come out to Utah, go skiing in the winter or play around in the summer, my door's always open.
What's up, Haas? Can't believe the run is over, but what a run it was. I think that my favorite memory of you, it's interesting. I've been trying to think about this, and I have so many memories from my time on the Glenbrook South track team, but one of the memories I have of you that always sticks with me is we were driving home from the state meet. I think it was my sophomore year, and I just remember we were on the bus, and there was an opening next to you, on the seat next to you. And I was like, okay, I finally get a little time one-on-one with Haas, which is all any of us really wanted. And I remember I pulled up next to you, and for about half hour or so, you and I just talked. And I don't even remember what we talked about. It's funny. It may seem like such a minor thing to you, but I remember just getting to feel so special that I got this opportunity to just sit and talk with you and pick your brain and get to hear your stories and hear advice on life. And, it's one memory of millions, but it's significant to me because it just shows how much you mean to me. All we ever wanted on the track team was to get one-on-one time with you and to get a chance to talk. And I remember that moment so vividly. And, I had 2 more years ahead of me on the track team, and we had so many big plans and ideas. And yet in that moment, it was just us sitting on the bus coming back. And I don't know, it's just one of my happiest memories. And truly being on the Glenbrook South track team and getting to run for you was one of the best experiences of my life. It's turned me into who I am today. And when I look back on my life, you're one of the biggest role models that I ever had. And as I've said to you before, I hope that my son finds his own Haas in his life, because you really mean a lot to me and you're a really special person. And I know I'm just one of hundreds and thousands of athletes who feel the same. So I hope you have a great time in retirement. I hope you play a lot of golf. I hope you spend a lot of time with your family. And I'm just so happy for you. You've had an incredible career. You've helped so many young men and women throughout your life. And we're all just so lucky to have been a part of your life. So thank you for everything. And I'm just so happy you're my coach. Now you're old. See ya.
Probably one of my fondest memories would be Coach always pushing me during practice and then during meets, keeping me grounded because I was a bit of a hothead hurdler. Always staying on top of me and making sure that I'm doing my workouts and that I'm working really hard and, help me qualify for indoor state. And probably one of my most fondest memories would be senior year. I was going to go to a certain college to run hurdles, and then they ended up taking the scholarship away that they had offered, even though I ran the time that they said that they needed. And so I was kind of lost. And Coach asked me to, apply to North Central College, and that's where I ended up going and running track there. And then my best friend was there as well, and that's where I met my wife. And now I've got 3 daughters, and I think that's all, a culmination of all the great things that Coach Osselstein has helped me out with during my life. And my first year coaching the Force Academy, I had no idea what I was doing. And I remember driving over to GBS and Coach Osselstein just showing me all the ropes, how to structure workouts, how to do, registrations for meets, how to enter seat times, just kind of guiding me through all the steps, and then always being available for a quick phone call if there was a question that I had or something, and then letting us compete indoors, which is, what we started. And so I'm really, really happy for all the things that you've brought to me, and that all the times we've gotten to share indoor meets and outdoor meets, Titan Invite, and then also being, a runner under you was truly phenomenal. I blossomed a lot, and you really helped me grow my confidence and made me kind of the person who I am today. So I thank you for everything, and I hope that you have a wonderful retirement, and I will definitely keep in touch.
Hey, Coach, I hear congratulations are in order. 33 years at Glenbrook South, and you are finally retiring. Congratulations, you old man. Put those feet up. There's nobody more deserving of some time off now. Go hit the links. Do whatever you want to do. Enjoy life without having to handle people like myself. I know that I made your 4 years probably a little bit longer than you wanted to, but hey, that's what happens when you have a favorite athlete, They just gray you a little bit quicker. I myself, I don't have a specific story that I want to share with you because there are just too many. We've had an amazing time together. You've been a part of my life since 2007 when I was a freshman at Glenbrook South. Obviously, we spent 4 years together. But then afterwards, you had such a large impact on my life that I decided I want to continue my track and field career at your alma mater and mine now as well, North Central College. Even decided that I wanted to chase you in the decathlon. So, I just wanted to say thank you for everything that you've done, not just for myself, but for, all the guys that have gone through the Titan program during my time, before my time, after my time, everybody that you've had a massive impact on, because you're just one of those types of people that, you can't meet you and you not have an impact on them. So, I've said it before and I'll say it again. You have been a cornerstone in my life, very much a father figure to me. And you still inspire me to be competitive, to do my best. And, you've instilled lessons in me that I will never forget. So thank you very much for everything that you've done. Much love from out here. Hope to see you soon. And congratulations again on finally retiring.
Hey, Haas. Congrats on a great 33 years in GBS. I was asked to come up with a specific memory, and to be honest, I can't pick just one memory. The 4 years I spent running for you at GBS were 4 of the most impactful years of my life, and here I am 8 years later still doing it all the time, 6 years of collegiate running, and I just couldn't give it up, and I keep doing it. And I have you to thank, or maybe I have you to blame, I'm really not sure. But from all the trips down to Peoria, or just shooting the shit in the vans on the way to course previews, or dealing with all the good and more often than not so great races, I really can't thank you enough for what you did for me. And I look back on it, and the one thing I always remember is that no matter what happens out there on a run or in a race, the sun comes up tomorrow. And I've taken that through me in life outside of running as well. Again, just thank you so much. Congratulations. And I know we'll keep in touch, so I'm not worried about it. But GBS is going to have a big hole without you there. Congratulations, Haas.
Well, Charles, congratulations on your retirement. 33 years is a very long time. It was a pleasure to serve you as a runner / captain. I was fortunate to be the captain of the year 2018. We won the indoor GBS relays. That's now called the Coach Hosstein relays, and then the John Davis Invite outdoors. Favorite memory was when I was an alternate for the 4x2 in state, and we took the small white bus to Charleston, Illinois, and it was a couple of us and Hilbert. And we always made jokes about, yeah, all right, and it was a good trip. And the barnyard phases of the nicknames for the team. But it's going to be sad that you're not going to be around the track, but it's time for you to hit a hole on the golf course. Good luck in retirement.
I've come back to writing this a dozen times to find the perfect story, and I've recorded a dozen more to make sure that what I'm saying makes sense. Yet at this point, trying to find the perfect Haas story is so difficult because the stories are just endless. And while that should say a lot in and of itself, I want to instead speak on the impact I believe you've had on hundreds of young men who have gone through the GBS running program over the years. To do this, there are 2 things that I feel make you a truly special person. The first is your ability to instill confidence in young men across the board. What I mean by this is that day in and day out, regardless of if someone was the state champion or barely breaking a 7-minute mile for the first time, you never failed to recognize athletes for a PR, or even for putting in an effort that even if the results weren't what they wanted, the drive was recognized as something to be proud of and something to build off of. This was demonstrated in your making sure to find athletes in question and making them feel seen, and in every single post-race meeting. I remember each meeting you being able to find each athlete that did something they were proud of themselves for doing, and making the accomplishment something to celebrate as a team. You would do this by looking them right in the eye and turning the team's attention onto their accomplishment, making every PR, every impressive feat, or any extra effort feel like a team victory. I remember as a freshman, with not a ton of confidence, acts like these made me feel seen. They made me feel important, and they gave me confidence to not only build on the result, but gave me confidence to tackle one of the most tumultuous times in any of our lives, the mean streets of adolescence. From consistent and meaningful acts like this, I know that over the years, Coach Hossenstein has changed many, many lives for the better and gave high schoolers one of the most important tools they can have in their belt, confidence. While this is important, it goes in tandem with the next thing, as individual confidence is elevated by empathy. With that, I bring in the other quality that makes you so admirable, your ability to show vulnerability. During my time with Titan Distance, I was lucky enough to be part of 3 in-season Peoria trips. And for those who may be tuning in and don't know what those are, each of these trips was a much smaller group, about 8 athletes, and it gave us a much clearer picture into who Haas was and is as a man. During these trips, we would visit Haas's family, eating a dinner from his parents, sharing stories, and watching a little movie about Steve Prefontaine, and then spending a little time driving around where Haas grew up. Naturally, as with many of us returning to our hometowns, Haas got to be a little more casual on these trips, recounting tales of his youth and having more intimate conversations about our lives. On these trips, my specific trips to Peoria, I saw a gradual change to the place that Haas knows so fondly. My first year, the day before the race, as is typical with anyone visiting Peoria, we scouted the course, and before we got to meet your family, I remember you took us to a seemingly normal bench that hugs a tree at the corner of the course, and you told us about the importance of this bench. How every year your parents would claim it as their seat to watch races. I remember you talking about it with such fondness and admiration and love in your voice. The love for your parents and the fondness for the years you got to keep returning to your home for such a special race. I remember that bench. And without going into it too much, and with all due respect and care for the matter, I remember being part of the last group of runners that was lucky enough to see your parents claim these seats. I hold on to that knowledge with the gravity of that honor in my mind. Getting to see that snapshot of what the trips to Peoria were before and after your parents passed is something that'll alert me back to the greater theme of this half of what I'm saying. You embrace your emotions and you're not ashamed of it. That may seem like a no-brainer to some, but I know that far too often, young men are taught to bury their emotions, and I feel very lucky to have had such a strong role model that lived that lesson that emotions are nothing to be afraid of. I remember it in the way that even after the loss, you still took the time to talk to me and other various athletes about the good memories of your parents, showing fortitude while still letting that raw pain seep through, as naturally it would. This is all said to paint a bigger picture, that while these emotions may have been sad, you still showed us how to take control by talking about good memories and letting your love for them pour out with each word. The snapshot of a man who is not afraid to show his emotions is the vulnerability I find so admirable in you. You both showed us the importance of loved ones and how to reach the delicate balance of strength and control while accepting your emotions in the face of loss. You showed so many a lesson far too often obscured from teenage boys, the fact that emotions are manly too. I know this is long, but to wrap it up, through your strong ability to instill confidence and your willingness to wear your heart on your sleeve, I know that you have had a big hand in turning so many boys into admirable young men. Haas, thank you for your years of service to the program and those that made it up. You're a truly special person, and I'm beyond grateful to be able to call you coach. Enjoy retirement. You've earned it.
Hey Haas, Andrew Kurland here. I just wanted to congratulate you and thank you for all those years as our head coach of GBS track and field. Being an athlete on that team lit something inside of me, a fire that I still chase to this day, wanting to be the best version of myself, wanting to compete, and I thank you for that. One of my most proud accomplishments to this date was being a captain on that team and to be able to prove to you and prove to myself that I was capable of being a leader. And I think my most proud accomplishment, though, is being one of the unique reasons as to why I couldn't make practice the Daytona 500. It couldn't wait. So I'm happy it made the list. Anyways, thanks, Haas, and I wish you all the best.
Hey, Coach Haas, it's Theo Gikas. I remember when I first met you, I was asked to join the cross-country team in the summer before my freshman year. I had just been cut from soccer tryouts. I remember the welcoming look on your face when I came with my friend Justin asking if I could join the team. Before cross-country, I thought that only the most elite athletes run more than a mile at a time. To my surprise, however, on my first day I ran 2 miles, the longest I'd ran in my entire life. I originally planned on joining the cross-country team because I wanted to try to get in better shape for soccer tryouts the next year, but after that first day, I knew I loved it and I knew I would stay. Since then, being a distance runner has become a huge part of my identity and a part of my life that I deeply cherish. I couldn't be more than happy that cross-country and track were a part of my life. Thank you, Coach Haas, and I hope you have a great retirement.
Hey Haas, wishing you a happy retirement. Sorry to deal with me for 4 years. Some of the memories that come to my mind when I think of you is that one time, I think it was my senior year of cross-country, where I asked you if we had practice on Halloween, and you looked at me absolutely dumbfounded.
So sorry for asking that. Sorry for jumping into the hospital pond also senior year. And sorry for getting hit by a car. I've been paying better attention now when I cross roads and haven't been hit since. So happy retirement, Haas.
Coach Austinstein, happy retirement. One of my favorite memories from my 4 years in track and cross country was my last meet right before COVID. Me and my brother breaking 5 in the mile together. So that was really cool to share that with him, share that with the team. It'd always been a career goal of mine. And then unfortunately the season got cut short, but it was great to go off on the high note, get that goal out of the way. But it was great to do that with the support of the whole team around. And then, the obvious making fun of Will Kelly every time it's summer running every morning. So, happy retirement. Enjoy golfing and looking forward to seeing you soon. Enjoy your time off.
Hey Haas, I remember coming into GBS as a little short freshman, leaving old PH in a class of 90 something to a class of 900, and I thought I was going to be in for quite a shock. But I remember coming in first day of summer running, fresh from appendix surgery, and really nervous about what was going to happen. But I knew I was going to do something like cross country, and I'm so glad I did. And I'm so glad I met you that day, because from day one you reassured me that I was going to be okay, and I was really going to enjoy my time at Glenbrook South. I remember being called baby dog for the first year before I started growing, and that was something that did not last very long, as I did not meet the expectations that were set initially. But I still think we had a very fun time. When I look back to all the memories, I really look back to all the times before and after meets and practices. Didn't matter if it was a 6 a.m. practice, we were listening to Tom Petty on the speakers, or if it was after a meet. Didn't matter if we were going to state for the first time in nearly 20 years. You were still mad at us for not doing the cool downs in time. And of course, before Crystal Lake, being able to, let the freshmen know about the alligators that were going to be there, or on the way to Peoria, stopping at the Pines Motel and really getting Coach Kaminsky our senior year. But really, since graduating, I wish we were able to have a full 4 years, but really in the time since, you just included me on the group texts and giving me phone calls. On those group texts, being the only non-athlete, probably your least successful person on those group texts, which is always exciting. But I really wish you a happy retirement. I hope it's filled with a lot of golf and a lot of family time, because I know you deserve it more than anybody else.
What's up, Haas? It's me and Will Kelly. We're here at Wash U.
Hey Haas, just wanted to wish you congratulations on retiring, and it's been an honor being a couple year runners.
Yeah, it's crazy we're still out here doing this 4 years later, and it's because of you, because of the stuff we learned in high school from you, and yeah, just trying to continue that for one more year. Thank you so much, Haas, and hope you really enjoy retirement, man.
Absolutely. Thank you, Haas. Enjoy retirement.
So, I don't know if you'll even recognize me with all the different hair, but here I am making this video, and I still have this jersey, the High Mileage Club, that Haas gave me, obviously, and I am so grateful to Haas for so many reasons, actually, that I can talk about. I'll try to keep it short. Just firstly, I'm grateful to him for creating such a team, such a positive culture, because, having come from across the world, it was kind of a crazy time for me. There was a lot of changes, there was a lot of culture shocks and difficulties to adjust, and I think having the cross-country team to go to every day it gave me a lot of solace. It made me feel comfortable, it made me feel I would talk to people, and I belonged somewhere. And that's all fun, thanks to Haas's very, positive team culture that he created by just telling us to always have fun. And I remember that I had a lot of ups and downs in my high school running career, and no matter how good or bad I was doing, I think Haas was always the same with me. It never changed. Performance wasn't as important to him as having fun was. I think the only times he would actually look unhappy was when we were not having fun doing our thing. And I wish I listened to his advice more on having fun, because I think in my later years I was a bit too competitive, and it ruined some of the fun for me. And looking back at it, especially now, it's just, I'm so grateful to him for encouraging all us all to have fun. And just so you know, I'm still running for fun now. I don't compete like that. So I'm living your motto. And I wish you a happy retirement. And I hope you have a lot of fun just the way you tell us to have a lot of fun. Thank you.
Hi, Coach Haas. I'm coming at you live from the finish line of the Cherry Blossom 10 miler in DC. I just wanted to say thank you for teaching me to learn how to love running and to enjoy amazing experiences like these with my teammates and my friends. There's no other memory that stands out to me quite as much as right after we won sectionals in track in 2021, my senior year, when we sat on the track for probably an hour and a half after the meet had already finished, just hanging out and enjoying each other. It was a really great time and a great way to be with my team and connect with my best friends. So thank you for that. Enjoy your retirement, you deserve it. And I'm proud to have called you my head coach.
During my sophomore year, I went through a pretty bad injury, leading to me not being able to run for close to 6 months. During this time, even though I wasn't competing, Haas was always attentive to me, checking up on me, and overall just making sure I was doing all right. For me, Coach Haas transformed the team environment into something much more, a family. Throughout all my highs and lows during my 4 years of running, Haas would always be there to help me guide me towards my goals. He taught me how to be disciplined and showed me how to be a great leader. I'm sure I'm speaking for many when I say Haas gave me an incredible experience within the sports of track and cross country. Between Coach Haas and my great teammates, my memories in running will forever be some of the greatest in my life. Thank you, Haas, for being an incredible mentor and coach, and I hope you enjoy retirement.
Hey, Coach Haas, congrats on retiring. I could talk for hours about the stories and memories I have from track and field, but I'll just focus in on one or two of the most impactful ones. So by far, my favorite was that conference meet in Evanston, and not the actual race because I wasn't the biggest 400 fan, but I remember that we had some guys bail out, and you came to me, and I know it wasn't your first choice, but when you came to me and you trusted to put what we had at stake in my hands, like without a second of doubt, I knew that I would do it and I would run as hard as I could, and to be the one you trusted in that situation, that meant a lot and still means a lot to me. Another great story I can think of was after that sectional meet and just hanging out and reflecting and sitting on those benches and being there for like hours after the meet ended, just soaking it all in. So yeah, you taught me so much about discipline, about work ethic, but most importantly, you taught me, when I think of the mentors I've had and the best leaders I have, you are one of the first people that come to mind. And from the time I was a freshman to the time I was a senior, I felt that track and field and your coaching helped me develop the leadership qualities that I'm very proud of, and how to be a good role model, and to really, when you're put in a position to lead, or when I'm put in a position to lead, I feel fully capable of doing so largely because of having you as a coach and having you as a mentor. And that is going to take me farther than anything you taught me about track and field will. So I just want to say thank you for that. And congrats on retiring. I still find it a little hard to believe, but you were a phenomenal coach, a phenomenal mentor, a phenomenal teacher. Yeah, that senior year lifestyle health PE class that you used to have me fix up cabinets. But yeah, thank you so much. Congrats on retiring, and yeah, hope to see you soon. Thank you, Coach.
Hey, Os. I just want to congratulate you on retiring. You had such an excellent career, and you really meant a lot to myself, along with the many other athletes that came through your program. You truly did so much for me, and I'm just so grateful for. My favorite memory with you, Haas, has to be before practice, like I'd say track season junior year, and maybe even senior year a little bit. I used to try and get out to practice as soon as I could, and I'd always find you out there with your golf clubs, standing at the little patch of grass right next to the concession stand. and I would just see you ripping golf balls right at the field goal post. And I'd really never seen anyone do this. And you were always like, hey, you want to come take a couple swings? I was like, of course. So we used to just kind of hit golf balls before practice, just kind of hanging out and talking and having a good time. So just getting to spend time with you was truly one of the best memories I have, because you truly were such an inspiration to me and such a mentor to me in my time in high school. And I'm glad I'm still in close contact with you to this day. So congratulations, Haas, on retiring. And enjoy the more golf you're going to get to play in your retirement.
There are so many memories I have of Coach Haas. And one that is an overarching theme of his kind of leadership and amazing as a coach and as a mentor was when I was a senior in high school. I was doing cross country and I was ready to race my first sectionals, and I was training really hard, and I didn't really take care of my body. And then I got injured. And I was out for 3 months, and it really put me in a bad spot. I lost a lot of motivation. I lost a lot of what I had, and it really put me in a horrible spot. And I had lost 3 months of training, and I'm coming back for track, and I'm ready. I'm excited with the little hope that I had, and it was crushed. The first couple races, I had really couple bad races. And Coach Haas, who has to manage so many different, the sprinters, the jumpers, pole vaulters, the distance runners, all these different groups for track, would still have the energy and the capacity to come when I was racing an indoor track and come to where I was racing in the finish line, and I would come across with a bad time and I would lose the little hope that I had, and he would always be there. And he'd always be like, keep pushing, keep going, you've got this. Trust the process, trust the process, trust the process. And he gave me the motivation to really, really work insanely hard and gave me the hope that I needed to keep pushing, and it ended up working out as I ended up racing a couple races on varsity. And these are the lessons that Coach Haas, showing up to practice, dedication, hard work, motivation, leadership, working with your team, through the bad and the good. These are lessons that Coach Haas instilled in me. And I am eternally grateful for everything that he did to me and Titan Distance. Thank you so much, Coach Haas. Everything you've done for Glenbrook South and for me personally.
Hey, Coach Haas. It's Jayson Stamm here calling from Bloomington, Indiana on a lovely Monday morning to wish you a happy retirement after 33 years of coaching at Glenbrook South. And over the course of those 33 years, you provided me and many other alumni and current students the foundation for a lifelong of memories and the means to have created some of my closest friendships that I have even till this day. And for that, we thank you. I've also been asked to provide a single memory that has stuck with me most since I've graduated in 2022. And what comes to mind actually happened freshman year at the conference meet for cross country, where me and a few other freshmen, we were able to locate a clip-on balloon just around the grounds of the course, and we came up with a brilliant idea to clip the balloon onto the back of your hoodie, because what else would you do with a good balloon? Stop. And it took you a little while, but eventually you did find out, and you were clearly very upset at us. And I think the reason the memory stuck with me the most was because of that, actually, because it was so rare for you to be upset at us and to have anything short of a positive vibe going on around the team. And through this culture that you installed into our program, I was able to have some of the best 4 years that I could have ever imagined with a cross-country team. And it's provided me with some lifelong friendships and great memories. So thank you, Coach Haas. Have a happy retirement, and I'll hear from you soon.
Hey, Haas. It's Cleary here. Finally got the haircut you've been recommending to me for quite some time now. I think you'd be very pleased to hear that I did in fact get one. But gosh, I hear you are finally retiring. Yeah? Too many gray hairs, I suspect, huh? But one of the most important impacts you've had on me is really just to not be an idiot. Really just be conscious of what you're doing. Like, especially, I learned this when I was a freshman or sophomore or something, and I had come into practice, and me and John Paul were fooling around, and it somehow got to me, grabbing him by the arms, and we were spinning in a circle, and I managed to get him airborne, and I threw him on the ground, and he knocked his head pretty badly, so he had to go to the trainer and stuff. He could have gotten a concussion. He didn't. I'm not strong enough. But you rightfully knocked some sense into me, and you talked me down, and I needed that. I needed people like me, or people as young as me, need to be reminded of that. And I think the next generation is going to be missing out on a great voice of reason there. But yeah, I wish you the best. Don't get fat. That's something my dad's struggling with as he's coming to retirement as well. It's a big struggle. But yeah, I'm stuck at U of I, where in your words, it smells like shit. Take care.
Memory I have of Coach Hassenstein is when we went down to Peoria for the Peoria invite with the varsity, and he showed us around his home and where he ran, and it was really cool to see like where he ran when he was our age. So that was cool. And he also told us a story about a time when he stopped running during a meet, and he said that he felt like he had let his team down. And it was just interesting to hear a story about him like kind of in a similar situation as us, because we think of him as a coach, but he was also in our position at one point. So that was great to see. Other than that, Coach Haas is just a really good person and coach in general. He's always there for the team. He was there to help Derek when he was down at the Crystal Lake meet. And yeah, he's just the best coach that you could ask for.
What's up, Haas? Wanted to say thank you for a great 4 years of track and cross country. I'll always look back on the times I had on the team very fondly. Had a lot of great memories, like the trips down to Peoria or going sub-5 and beating my brother in the same race. I just want to say thank you for all the wisdom and life lessons you taught us and gave us over the years. Congrats on retirement. I hope you enjoy it.
Hey, Haas. I hope you're doing well. First of all, I want to say my biggest congratulations on your retirement. You deserve it more than anyone I know, and 33 years truly is no joke. I can't believe you survived. Coaching 33 freshman classes, I know how much they got on your nerve, and they were really pushing the definition of poking the bear, and you being the bear. I have so many favorite memories with you. From my freshman year cross country season to my senior year track season, there were so many laughs that we shared. My favorite probably being when you found out me, Artie, and the Shapiro boys were going around the conference, jumping fences, maybe running into the police in order to get workouts in over COVID. I wouldn't say you were angry at us, but I'm just glad that you heard from us and not other people or the police. I don't think there was an overall more encouraging, competitive, or all-around fun guy than Coach Hassenstein. Going into day 2 at my senior year state track meet, you encouraged me to trust my training and, of course, have fun. You were always emphasizing, especially in that senior year, that I just have fun with my friends and go out there and do whatever I can. I will never forget that day and the lemon shake-up that you bought me to go with my gold medal. I also think that you just wanted to get one for yourself, and so you bought me one too. But anyways, I hope you enjoy your retirement, and please continue to text us all when you hit a nice shot or when you're on a beautiful course.
Hey Haas, just wanted to say thank you for supporting me throughout these years. Your passion and love for track and cross country has always inspired me, and has definitely been something that led me to study at Tracktown USA. Hope you have a great retirement, and see you soon.
What's up, Coach Haas? I just wanted to say thank you for all your years of service as a coach, and I wanted to wish you kind of a happy retirement. But to kind of share some of my favorite memories with you as a coach, I really appreciated at practice how every day was always fun. There was never a single day where it felt like we were kind of, the running was overwhelming and there wasn't going to be kind of an element of fun to practice. So even on the toughest days, there was always that kind of fun-loving mentality, whether it was through jokes, different activities, whatever, talking about golf, just kind of distracting us from the hard work out at hand. I really appreciated that, and I think everybody else you asked on the team did as well. For some more specific memories, when I was younger, like probably a sophomore, I used to, I thought it was hilarious whenever you would kind of tell the team, you'd convince us there was some new random recruit or kid transferring from Kenya or Nigeria or something with some crazy absurd name, and we'd all believe you for about 10 minutes, and then we would come to find out that it was all a lie. But I just really appreciated those moments to take our mind off of the hard running, but felt you always fostered a great attitude with everybody on the team, and I don't know a single person who would disagree. In terms of your retirement, I hope you have a lovely and easy retirement filled with lots of golf still. I hope you get to spend lots of time with your kids, grandkids, and I don't know, get to maybe take up some new hobbies. Maybe you could try some woodworking or something. So thanks again, Haas. I hope you finish out your last season on a high note, and yeah, it's been an honor to have ran for you.
Hey Kurt, congratulations on your retirement. You have had such a positive influence on so many kids throughout the years. I'm so proud to have been part of your team from the beginning. 34 years ago, we have started off as coach and athlete to lifelong friends, and I can't wait to see where your next chapter will lead you. Love you, my friend. Bye-bye.
From my gym to yours, I want to wish Kurt Hassenstein a happy retirement. I look back, I met Kurt 30 plus years ago. He was my coach down at Mankato State, and years to come, we are still good friends, and the friendship continues, and I'm so happy for him. Enjoy, Kurt.
Hey, Kurt, boy, where do I start? I have so many track memories of you, as well as some non-track memories at MSU that may or may not have to do with some boot-shaped glasses, that I'm not sure that I could just choose one or two for this video. What I can do is tell you what a great coach you were for me. You worked with me on my jumping skills, my weight training, to get me to where I was able to jump myself into track and field history books at MSU. All of that probably wouldn't have happened without you. As great as those memories are for me, with you in track and field, the best memories truly started after we all left MSU and continued our friendship. I'm incredibly thankful that you came into my life and that we've been able to continue our friendship even from afar. You're such a great friend to me, and I'm truly thankful for our friendship, and I wish you all the best as you move into the next chapter of your life. I've got so much love for you, Kurt. Best wishes and happy retirement.
Hi, Kurt. Rumor has it that you are trading in your stopwatch for a grandfather clock, but I guarantee you will be the most fit and entertaining grandfather on the golf course. So excited for you. It has been an amazing career, and I'm so glad that we have gotten to be a part of it. I have brought a special guest to help introduce you.
What? He's quitting? That's all? Hey, it was fun watching you when you were competing at North Central in decathlon, and then meeting you down at the Drake Relays and stealing all the desserts off of the unattended tables. And it was great coaching with you. And we just think that we maybe didn't quite prepare you for a long enough career, as this is as long as you're going to go. You know, we're a little bit embarrassed by your longevity, but just think of how Carius feels, right? If we feel that way. Hey, Kurt, congratulations! You impacted a lot of lives, so we really appreciate that.
Love you, Kurt.
Good luck.
Bye.
Coach, you don't have to tell us the amazing places around the world that running can take you. Thank you for opening up that world to so many athletes.
Hey, Coach. Thanks for welcoming our family into the GBS distance family. What a great 6 years. Thank you.
Enjoy everything.
Kurt, just want to say congratulations on your retirement, and wanted to, personally thank you for everything you've done for me throughout my time at Niles West High School. I remember when I first took over the boys track program, Mark Yagowski, the former coach, said, my first bit of advice is give Kurt Hassenstein a call. and pick his brain on how to run a really good program, because he does it one of the best. And I've always tried to do that. I've always tried to give you a call on anything that, was a question for me, calling you and saying, hey, can you email me how you do your sectional? Can you email me this, email me that? And just giving you a call and you picking up the phone on, say, hey, I got a kid in 4 events. How would you do this? I always went to you for advice, and you never failed to pick the phone up and give me a call. So I want to say thank you for that. It really did mean a lot. The other thing as the head coach, I tried to do was try to emulate what you did at GBS. Not as well as you, but tried to. I always thought your athletes were, well coached, hard nosed, disciplined, and we tried to do that. And and like I said, I don't think we did it as well as you, but we tried. And I want to thank you for everything you've done for the sport, for our conference, and for me in particular. And wish you nothing but the best of luck in retirement. And let's get on the link soon.
I'm honored to be included among your many friends and fans who are sending you off to a well-deserved retirement. First, let me thank you on behalf of the many athletes you've touched. No, that's not right. That you've coached through the years, working in the track and field community. And not just your guys. You took time to talk to one of my guys who was thinking about the decathlon in college, and I think you scared him off, but you took time to chat, and that's what's important. Second, thank you for your hospitality through the years. New coaches and athletes always enjoyed meets at GBS. You always were generous with comping meals to my staff. Third, thanks for your patience with me, especially when I took the reins as head coach in 2011. You must have thought more than once, where did they find this guy? And if you did, you never once showed it. And so I'm grateful for that, especially. You were a great example to everyone involved in this wonderful thing we do called track and field. So I'm going to miss you, Haas. You almost make me wish I knew how to play golf. So my former staff and I wish you all the best in the coming years. Be well.
Hello, Kurt Hasenstein, retiring. I can't believe it. All this time that's gone by, but you certainly have earned it. It was great to have you and still be part of the North Central College family. And congratulations on the retirement.
Hey, Kurt, I can't put into words how very, very, very proud I am and we are of you to have had you within our program. And, you're a tremendous reflection of the best part of sport, and that is the values that you've learned through the experience and the relationships and friendships that you've formed during that time. We love you and God bless you. And again, your friendship means the world to me, and I know to Grammy and anybody that knows you.
Happy retirement.
Happy retirement. It's great.
Hey, Kurt, finally got to retirement. Good for you. Hey, I want to thank you for the years that you put in while I was the AD at Glenbrook South. You made it really easy for me, and not every coach did. So thank you for that, and thank you to everything you gave to the kids at Glenbrook South as well throughout your years there. Also, I want to say I look forward to seeing you on a Tuesday morning in the fall to play golf, my friend. Some people are coaches, some people coach. You are a coach. Congratulations on your retirement. See you soon, my friend.
Yes. The memory I wanted to share is when I wanted to triple Brian Hiltebrand at conference between the 4x8, the mile, and the 4x4. And I remember taking like 3 nights I couldn't sleep before I even talked to you about it, because I thought it was either the best idea I'd ever had or the worst idea, and it would burn him out and he wouldn't make state at sectionals, and it would be this whole nightmare. And I remember coming to you and I had all this data from previous conference years and where the 6th place finish was and how I thought we could get points, and I was going to present all this to you. And I think in a major way, kind of hoping that you would tell me no, because then it would be your choice and not my choice, and I could suddenly, make it all about you instead of me. And I came and I gave you my whole big spiel. And you didn't tell me yes or no. You just said, it's your guy, is your choice, which was the most terrifying thing of all, because that, of course, it did fall on me, but it's exactly what you should have done. Your ability, and I wish we'd had more time together, but in just 4 years, how much you have taught me about coaching, from the guy who's going to be going downstate to the guy who's at the back of the pack and is just breaking 6:30 in the mile for the first time or whatever it is. I appreciate it so very much. I appreciate those conversations that we've had. I appreciate the times you've given me very firm guidance that said, nope, this is what we're doing. And I appreciate the times you said, your guy, your choice. And those will stay very, very dear to me as we go forward. And I hope to do some small percentage of what you have done for this program. All right, Haas, I hope you have the most wonderful retirement. Grab yourself a beverage, go get on the golf course, and enjoy some sunny days.
Hey, Kurt, Sean Schleizer here. So thank you for the 33 years. During my time coaching with you since 2014, there's been a number of things that stand out for me. The level of excellence and participation in the track and field program, your service to others, the sectional and conference championships, Ryan Futt's state title, and my son Artie being able to jump into the 4x4 at the last second in a race that ultimately decided the conference meet at Evanston. I've watched track and field on the biggest stages nationally and internationally, and can say that that race was my most exciting experience in the sport. On a personal level, my son's winning conference championships and the experiences I was able to share with them as their coach and dad in the throws and jumps. Your willingness to bring me on as a volunteer coach a decade or so ago allowed me to have so many memorable and wonderful experiences with my children and the other boys. Ryan, Dimitri Manasiotis, Tom McDonald, among others. And I'm forever grateful and indebted to you for all that you have done for me and my family. I wish you a great retirement and hope to see you again at the track down the road. I'll miss you, Kurt.
For most of my career, I've coached against Kurt. I always knew he was a first-class guy, but this really came home to me when in 2005 or 2006, Maine South, where I was coaching then, was in a battle for the conference championship with New Trier on New Trier's track. Final score was announced, and New Trier defeated Maine South. So we congratulated the Trevians and headed home on the bus. However, while still at New Trier, Kurt recalculated the score and discovered that, in fact, Maine South had won the meet. Our head coach received a phone call from Kurt while we were on the bus ride back to school. The depth of Kurt's character and integrity was made concrete to me when he offered to bring the trophy to my house, even though that would take him out of his way and make his trip home even longer. Very few people would have gone out of his way like that. But that's who Kurt Hasselstein is, a person who goes out of his way, for not just the good of his team, but for all of track and field and all student athletes. That conference championship was made extra special because of Kurt. And I'm so grateful to have had the opportunity to coach with Kurt rather than against him for the past 5 years. Kurt, congratulations on an illustrious teaching and coaching career. And now you finally get to follow your own bell schedule every day.
Hey, Coach Hasselstein. Someone told me that you were on the 18th fairway of your career. Congratulations. That's absolutely fantastic. And I'm hoping that this video, with all its contributions, is kind of like the applause that you would get walking up to 18 at Augusta from all the patrons. We're here to celebrate you because you deserve it, sir. Hold on one second. I got to do a thing here. Look. A little bit left, but that kind of fits me, right? I mean, I have so many stories, anecdotes, memories, things like that. That could never fit in 2 minutes. But I do want to say this. First of all, thank you for everything that you've done for me, my family, the Bartlett community. It's been fantastic. But most importantly, though, you, above anyone I really know, is that you have always done what's best for kids. what's best for athletes, what's best for students, what's best for people. And I truly appreciate that, because isn't that what it's all about? So congratulations once again. Let you know that retirement is as good as you can imagine. So enjoy it, my friend, and have a great, great retirement career.
What has Kurt Hasenstein meant for track and field in the state of Illinois? Well, in our own conference, everyone looks up to him. All the coaches, if they have a question, they go right to Haas. If you go to the state track meet, it's like you're walking around with the mayor. Every single person knows him. If you go to a clinic, well, he's like the godfather. High fives, hugs, and handshakes. If you're walking around with him, you can't even get to the next speaker because he knows so many people and he's trying to catch up with lifelong friends. What has Kurt Hasenstein meant for Glenbrook South track? Well, after taking over for John Davis 33 years ago, Mr. Davis would be so impressed. Haas has not only elevated the track program when he took over the reins, but has turned it into one of the largest sports within the district. Every year competing for pretty much state championship nowadays. What Kurt Hasenstein has meant for me personally? Well, I can go on forever about it. Started off as a teacher, then as a coach, then as a mentor, but has been a lifelong friend. Heck, I even invited him to my wedding. Hopefully, one day in the future, I'll be able to take over for where Haas left off and continue on the tradition of Glenbrook South track and field. Haas, for all your years, I want to thank you, thank you, thank you. One of the things that I remember the most is just a life lesson that you taught me. On one of my saddest days when I did not win the 400-meter dash my senior year, and I really didn't want to run the 200-meter dash, you had a nice, calm conversation to me saying, I can pull you out of the 200 right now, but you're going to regret it the rest of your life. Furthermore, there's another student athlete that would love to be in your position right now. All I ask of you is go out there and do your best. And that's all I did, and that's all I'm ever going to do is do my best. Kurt Hasenstein, thank you very much. Love you, buddy.
Hi, Kurt. Congratulations on your retirement. Now, you know, and Mark knows, and everybody in the family probably knows that I'm not really good with technology, but I've made it work for me, so I have some things I wanted to share with you. First of all, I want you to know how proud and happy I am for you in your retirement. It does seem strange, doesn't it, that your time at Glenbrook South has transitioned into retirement. Wasn't it just yesterday that you and I were talking about how happy you were to get your first teaching job there? Remember? You're a person of great kindness and compassion, Kurt. I know how extremely hardworking and dedicated you are behind the scenes and how you make your job look so easy, and yet I know how devoted you've been in your work throughout these years. Mom and Dad, who were already so proud of you, would have been so happy to wish you all the best in your retirement and future endeavors, and Dad would have added future endeavors in golf. Yeah, he would. I smile whenever I think of you and Mom and Dad and our family and all the things that we did together growing up and all the statistical letters that you sent me while I was at ISU. You know, I always appreciated the fact that everyone who went out for cross-country and track could have a spot on the team, and whatever adaptations were needed were made. I was always impressed at your achievements, not that I was surprised by them, but in your time at Glenbrook South that you were more concerned with character building than anything else. And now you never deviated from that, and I was so proud of you for that. How students really matured under your coaching because you dedicated yourself to helping them understand more about themselves and how they became better people as a result. I know you're going to miss aspects of school, but you're going to love retirement. There's nothing better than having the time to make your own decisions and being in control of everything. Thanks for being a great and loving brother. Please know that I love you dearly and will always wish you the best of God's blessings, both to you and your family. Take care.
Hi, congratulations, Coach Haas. We couldn't be happier for you.
So glad that you're going to be moving closer to Minnesota, and we can't wait to spend more time with you. My first memory of Coach Haas was when he was coaching my sister in Mankato at the heptathlon. We went out to San Luis Obispo in California to watch her. She did great, so obviously he knew what he was doing. Didn't know at the time he was going to be my future brother-in-law, but we couldn't be happier. Wishing you all the best, Kurt. Blessings to you. Congratulations, buddy. Love ya.
Hey, Kurt. It's Don and John checking in here from Minnesota. And as my father would say, it is a beautiful day here in southern Minnesota. We just wanted to take a minute to recognize your upcoming retirement from Glenbrook South and for all of the years of service that you've put in there. Although we're not an alumni from there, we were blessed to have you in our lives when you married my sister Lynn, so we're thankful for that. And we know that you have touched many of your athletes' lives, not only as a coach, but as a mentor to them, just from the conversations that we've had. So just wanted to say kudos to you, and I'll leave it to John.
Good luck, Kurt, on your upcoming years of retirement. I know you'll enjoy the golfing that you'll be able to do, and just want to say thanks for all the service that you did for the community of Glenbrook South and the students that you affected and coached.
And we wish you many, many free days of golf in your future. We know that is your passion, and hopefully you'll have more time for that, and you'll enjoy these retirement years. We love you. God bless you.
Hello, Kurt. I wanted to make this video for you, and I'm making this video at your new office, the golf course. And that being said, I want to congratulate you on your retirement, and I also wanted to sit there and tell you how much I care about you. I've been fortunate enough to be able to be with you since you came on this earth. And since you've been here, you've done nothing but make people happy, and you've been such a good person that just being part of your life is very special to me. I can remember when you were a young lad winning the state discus tournament. I can also remember you being such a great athlete in high school, and then a great athlete when it comes to both track and college at North Central. And lastly, what we're trying to honor right now is the great impact you've had on so many people, including your family and friends. That being said, it's an honor to be your brother. I love you, and thank you for letting me be part of your life, because it's a very special life. And hopefully I get one more hole-in-one than you before this whole thing's over. Take care. I love you.
My name is Carla Evans, and I am Kurt's mother-in-law. He's lucky to have me. But seriously, he is one of the most kind, caring, and compassionate people I've ever met. And all the children, young men and women that he has helped as a teacher for all these many years are so fortunate and blessed to have had him. I'm so thankful to call him mine. I'm thankful for him being the wonderful father, the wonderful husband, the wonderful grandfather he is. And mostly I love him dearly as my son-in-law. So congratulations, Kurt. I hope you have the very best, wonderful retirement ever. Love you.
Hey, Dad. Happy retirement. It's crazy to think after 33 years that day's finally here. You know, one of the things that I've always loved was when you would take me into the field house when I was a kid, 5, 6 years old, and just practicing around with the team in the summertime, just getting to run around and jump on the high jump mats, pretend like I was doing pole because I could never actually do something like that. And then another thing was just always taking the time to walk me down to the park and help me practice throw discus when you had some free time. Those memories mean a lot to me. So thank you for that. Thank you for always being there for me when I needed you the most, especially these last couple years. It's been a lot, and I've been really happy to have you here with me during those times. So thank you, and enjoy your retirement. Love you, Dad.
Hey, Kurt, happy retirement. I can't believe we're finally here after all the years of talking about it, and just wish you the best, and, hope that this next stage kicks off well and that you get plenty of time to enjoy your peace and quiet and the escape from the teenage boys, and, lots and lots of rounds of golf ahead. So happy retirement.
Hey, Dad, congratulations on your retirement. We are so proud of you. It has been so fun to watch you over these past years, get to impact the lives of so many kids, have so many great accomplishments, and all that you've done for the GBS community. I think one of my favorite memories of you coaching is when I just recently got to go to your meet that is now forever named after you and see all of the love and support of the community members. I'm so proud of you, and I can't wait to see what this next chapter on your journey brings. Love you. Bye.
Hi, it's me, Kirby. Grandpa, happy retirement. I hope you can go fishing tonight and have breakfast with me and take me to the golf course again. I love you. Happy. I love you, Grandpa.
Kurt, I want to take you back to a place we called home for 18 years. Growing up, we basically lived outside, be it rain, snow, or blazing sun. Our two rules were not to get into trouble and be home when the street lights came on. We pretty much did just that, but we did bend those rules a few times. As we grew up, honing our skills for running, jumping out of trees, sledding, and all sorts of other various activities, I could see that you had some very special talents. Dad used to take us to the creek and across the street and to Lucky Field and taught us how to do many track and field events. And you definitely had a knack for all aspects related to track and field. As you started in grade school, you could definitely tell you had it, especially in 7th and 8th grade, by winning the state discus with a throw of over 150 feet, if memory serves me right, and being on a winning basketball team. Your high school career was amazing as you racked up many records in track and field, cross country, and basketball. As time marched on, your records fell, but there is still one up there. Besides Dad, you had an amazing mentor in David Pasquini, who drove you to be even better. From that point, your college career really took off and became a 2-time All-American decathlete. You also had 2 more great mentors in your life named Al Carius and Frank Grammaroso. You are to glean their abilities to coach and mentor other athletes from them. Now that you're wrapping up another chapter in your life, being able to use all that you have learned from Dad, Dave, Al, Frank, and many others, take the person you have become, to make you the person you have become. You have been a blessing and a mentor to so many you have coached. I'm also honored to be part of your experience for so many years, specifically for your Peoria-based cross-country meets down at Detweiler. I will miss those meets. Good. Kurt, I just want to say that I know Mom and Dad would be very proud of you, and that I'm proud of you, and congratulations on your retirement.
We wish you all the best, and I know that you'll fill up your days with many fun activities, including grandchildren and golf.
Love you, brother. You take care.
Love you. Good luck.
Dad, what a crazy 22 years it's been. Well, 33 for you, I guess. It's hard to believe that you're finally retiring. I knew the year you graduated from college was the year that you'd retire, but I didn't think it would come so soon. Being a part of your career for the last 22 years is something I cannot describe. I got to see the passion you have for coaching, and that truly is admirable and takes a lot of hard work. I've gotten to see so many successes that you were a part of, and I got to see the impact you made on all of your students and all of your athletes over the years. Thank you for coaching me when I also needed a coach, and thank you for supporting me every step of the way as I go through life. I know it wasn't easy being the head coach of 2 sports and having 3 young kids and trying to make it to all the events, but you were always there when it counted. I can't wait to see what this next phase of life has in store for you, and congrats on retirement. We are all so proud of you. I love you.
Hey, Kurt. We were so young when we met, we had our whole lives ahead. But I knew with you by my side, there was nothing to dread. Who knew your first job out of grad school is where you would stay, truly impacting the lives of so many on the way? Not just students and athletes, but parents and staff too, and so many great traditions kept alive because of you. Like the Lack of Talent show and the annual charity run, and your mantra has always been about personal bests and fun. Glenbrook South felt like family, and it became your home, so you spent 33 years there was no reason to roam. You have more stats stored in your head than any coach I know, and the passion and pride you have for the programs at South really show. Whether teaching a class or coaching cross country and track, using humor and building relationships, you really have a knack. You cared about performance but stressed good character more, preparing leaders and hard workers to walk out those doors. Your career has been successful by any standard of measure. It's more than records and trophies that your heart will treasure. Someone new will take over, but you can't be replaced. Coach Haas's legacy will live on. It cannot be erased. I've loved watching you thrive and pour your heart and soul in. But now this chapter's over and new adventures begin. You were a great coach and mentor, but I also must add, you still found time to be the best husband, grandpa, and dad. I have to be honest, I don't know where all those years went, but now here we are, wishing you a happy retirement. I love you. Enjoy.